Hello, I'm back with another video. I've had quite a few requests on sharing how I do my tags that I have other die cuts inlaid, like in the center. Um, so I've been kind of putting it off, but I feel today's the day. Let's see here. I'm just gonna go with two tags here. Or two dies, the Sizzix stitched border, and then I'm going to go with the Spellbinders delicate butterflies. Let's see here. I need to cut some paper. And basically all you have to do is figure out what size tag you want. I've got my smaller paper cutter here. It doesn't cut clean, but for this project it'll be okay. So for the butterfly, so basically you want your tag big enough to fit whatever you're going to put inside. And for this one here, it has, I love this, it has the intricate center that you can cut that out of anything. And then it also has the coordinating outside layer that'll actually cut it out. So the inside, it would just be the details, and the outside would totally cut it out. And then it has the center part of the body as well. So it's a really cool die set. I absolutely love it. So, and these have been my go-to tags here recently. So let's see, I'm going to do white cardstock, and I'm going to do pink butterflies because I have a special someone in mind. So basically you just need to know how big your tag's going to be. I think I'm going to go with this one here, this size here, and I know that it fits on this one here. So and what you need is 2 pieces of cardstock of your choice of color. I'm just going to go with the white, and then the butterfly itself is going to be pink. So this one here is I would say cut my paper, I would say 4.5. I'm just going to cut it a little bit larger than my die by 3. Is that too much? Without wasting a lot of paper. Okay, 4.5 by 3. I'm going to go with that because what I'm going to do is glue the 2 pieces together. So I'm going to go 4.5 this way. Okay, and then 3 this way, and I need 2 pieces. Okay, so I'm going to glue these 2 together, but first you want to figure out where your butterfly or bee or whatever is going to go in the middle placement of it. So what I would do, what I usually do, is put my tag down like that, and then grab a piece of washi tape and just place it where you think you want it. I think I'm going to put it right there. Yeah, because I can move this around. I have leverage, so kind of have that in mind. You don't want to cut it real close so you have no wiggle room. So I'm basically just gonna tape that there, then I'm gonna die cut this piece out, but I need the outer layer too. So I need to put this in there too. I mean, you don't have to, you can have the details, but you'll see once I cut it out what I mean. So I'm just gonna, hopefully you can see what I'm doing here. I'm gonna line up that outer layer like that, and then die cut it out. So let me bring this over. I'm just going to run this through, and I'm using a new plate so that you can see what I'm doing, because my plates are pretty beat up. And I try to, if I think about it, I usually do put your dies at an angle when you're putting them through. It helps with pressure. So I'm going to take this tape off. Let's see. I need a new piece of tape. Alright, so that totally cut that butterfly out. So I really don't need this butterfly because I'm going to cut another one out of the pink. So I'm going to take this out, and I should have put a piece of copy paper in between, sandwiched. It helps the die come out better. So I'll have that for another project. Okay, so there's that, and then this is going to be the back of my tack here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out a butterfly out of the pink, and I need one. I'm just going to do it with my scissors here. Okay, lay this down. Let me grab my washi tape here. And you can do this with a lot of things. I've done this with the leaves dies as well. That's pretty cool. If I have time, I can share one of those. Alright, it doesn't matter where I put it on here. Normally I would make this square and big enough so that I could make something else out of it later on. Alright, so I'm going to cut that out. And this is just the regular base, extended base, the number 1, 2, and the I've had mine forever. It's pretty beat up. Precision base plate, but now it's I think it's called a chrome base plate, and it's metal. I like it because it gives you a clean cut. Okay, so we want to keep this one. So see, this would totally, if I'd have cut that nice, would make something else. And again, I forgot to put my copy paper in there, but and your copy paper would go like so. Copy paper, then the paper you're cutting out. And if I was doing a bunch of them, I would try to leave the copy paper in there, and then every time your back side good one would just pop right off. And it doesn't hurt the die at all. Okay, I like this little tray. I think it came with like a cookie sheet or on top of a cookie thing or something, but it's great for working in and keeping pieces from flying all over the room. Okay, I actually have that goes with all the tools, the sponge. Let's get all those bits out. Isn't that beautiful? I love that. Okay, so this is going to be our tag. So these would go glued together now. And then this is going to fit right in there. But I'm going to glue these together first, then die cut it out. It's really better if you can glue these ahead of time, have them all ready if you're doing assembly line, because that way they'll be dry, because when you do this die, it is a stitch die, and it's a little harder when they're wet. But I'm going to use a glue stick. Let's see here. Get a scrap piece of paper. And what happened to my glue stick? What's this one? Hopefully I can get that off. Sometimes they get a little glue around the edge and I can't get them back off. This is just Elmer's Extreme. Use whatever glue stick you're comfortable with. I like the Scotch Create glue as well. Haven't been able to find them in the store, so I'll probably have to do an Amazon order. Okay, so basically I'm just lining that up. And I probably should have done the other side here because now I've got glue in there. So I'm going to go ahead and glue in my butterfly because I got glue on the back side here and I don't want to run it through here with glue there. But normally these would be dry before I went on to the next step. So just going to use my fabric tack. And make sure I hit the outside because I want it to stay down, and then hit some of the inside lines because the white is going to show through. So I'm not being too particular, just want it to stay down. And I do have glue in there, so I'm just going to fit that in there. It's kind of like a puzzle piece. You can kind of move it around. And I'm going to grab another piece of paper here to burnish it down a little bit. If there's any extra glue, it'll attach itself to here. And then I just go over it with my finger and try to get the rest of it. Alright, so it's not dry, but that's okay. I'll go on to the next step. It just kind of mashes everything. If it's wet, you don't get a really good quality, but okay, I'm going to go ahead and cut this out. And you can do this with any size tag. It doesn't have to be a tag. It can be anything. And I want to make sure I line this up before I run it through where I want it. I'm going to leave room at the top because I'm thinking I could stamp something really cute up there. I have some butterfly words and stuff. So I think I'm going to leave it right there. And then run it through at an angle. Yeah, I did get it. See, I did get a little glue on there. It pushes the glue out. So it's best if you have everything dried, but that's okay. And then the other thing too is it's a little more difficult getting the tag out of here when it's wet. It's gonna wanna, you know, get deformed. But I didn't have time to prep some ahead of time, and I kind of wanted to show you the entire process. So I'm just going to work my way around and try to find a spot that'll lift up. It's really in there. There we go. And then I'm just going to take my pokey tool in, oopsie, and just kind of go around like this really carefully and just help it release. There we go. And there's your tag. Still have writing space on the back. Beautiful butterfly that's inlaid. It's not poking up or anything. You could just glue it on, but I love doing this. I absolutely love doing this with a lot of things. So let's see, we're 18 minutes. I could do a leaf and show you a leaf. Let me grab that. Let's see what that die is. And you could, I have, this is the body for this. You could cut out a body piece for that and like say, if I were going to do that, I would cut one out of the white and just glue that on the top. But I'm not going to do that right now. So that's the Spellbinders Delicate Butterflies. Really am happy with that die set. Okay, let's see. Leaves. The ones I'm hoping if I put it away or if I left it out. Let me see. Yeah, oh, there it is right here. It's by Momenta. There's the number there. And I love these leaves. I might have to go with a bigger tag though. But that's my sample. This is kind of how I do all my dies. Put them on a magnetic sheet and it's attached to a poster board, and then all my packaging, and I try to, if I have time, do a sample and glue it on so I can kind of see what it's going to look like, how big it is, and if I have measurements here, which I don't yet, put measurements like cut such and such. I usually cut everything out in square form. All right, I think I'm going to use that one. Really like that one. So the tag, I don't think it's going to, it would fit on there, but I think I would like it better on that one. And it could be any tag. It doesn't have to be these tags. You can use, you could even make your own tag. So that one, let me just cut a couple pieces. I'm going to cut 3.5 by 3.5 by 5.5. So let's see what I've got here. This is 3.5. Perfect. Okay, perfect. So that's my tag base, and now I just need a center color. Let me grab my scrapbook paper scraps. Okay, let's see. Well, this is pretty. If that was cut up, that would look kind of cool. With the colors in it. I think I'm going to go with this one here. It makes it easy. Excuse me. So what I want to do is figure out where I want my leaf and how I want it oriented. So I think I'm going to put a piece of tape just to hold this down for a sec. Then I'm going to put my leaf, and I think I'm going to put it like this at an angle. I really like that. So, and you're only cutting this out of the top. You could cut both and have it see-through and put tracing paper in the middle. I have done that. But it's kind of tricky to line them up, but it can be done. Alright, and then I'm just gonna, that's where I want my tag, or my leaf. So I'm just gonna cut this out. And these go together pretty quickly. If you did a bunch of them and had them gluing and drying, you know, you could bang out quite a few of them. And I love experimenting with different pattern papers and stuff. So yeah. Okay. Yeah. I don't know. I was having a brain, you know what, so. Again, I could have put a piece of copy paper in there. I'll try to do it for this one here to cut this out. It just helps things go a lot quicker. The main thing is just to be patient with the delicate dies and the pieces. Just take your time, and I have all the patience for that because it's exciting to see what you get, what you can make. Okay, that's pretty much out of there. I need a garbage bin is what I need. Okay, so I can use this for another project, which is cool. It's like the gift that keeps on giving with the negatives. And trust me, I have a lot of them. All right, so I just need a piece that big. I'm going to cut this. And then, so I need a piece this big, but I kind of want to be mindful of color placement. I want a lot of color. So I think I'm going to put it right there. So I want this in here. This is how I'm going to sandwich it so that that pops out. Put my little tape on there. That's my good piece. And then I'm going to bring this over and cut it out. And you don't have to have white as a background. You could totally have a different color. Like say you wanted pink or, you know, you can kind of experiment or with this one here, maybe a brown craft color or beige or cream color. Okay. I just wanted to show you how easy this comes out now compared to before. See? With the copy paper in there. And you could actually leave that in there if you were going to do a bunch of these. But what I would do is just poke out the pieces. And you can kind of look over and see what you're missing. Poke that piece out. I got one more. So I would just leave that in there. That's just copy paper. That's not going to hurt anything. You could just keep it in there and just do a bunch. But it just makes this go a lot quicker. I'm hoping I get quite a bit of color on there. Actually, the back looks pretty good too. But see how nice that leaf is? It's really cool. And it's all in whatever paper you use. It's pretty neat. Okay, so again, I'm going to glue this on, but this time I'm going to glue this part so that I don't have glue all over everything. I'm just going to use my glue stick. Oopsie, don't want you in there. Well, maybe I do. Okay, so I'm just going to glue this. Kind of being careful not to go close to the leaf edge itself, only because the glue would glop up in there, you know, like when you run your glue stick over something sharp, it kind of leaves a big blob. So what I'm going to do is just take a little bit of this Fabri-Tac and go around the edge real quick, just so it grabs. Then I'm going to put it on here. Oopsie, sorry. Didn't quite get it straight, but it's okay. That's why I leave a little bit of wiggle room with the size square that I cut. And I just need to grab a get some of that glue. Okay, this has got quite a bit of glue on it, so all right, I'm gonna try to smooth this out with my credit card. So see, I would do a bunch of these and just set them aside and let them dry. But for now, to save time, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to glue that in and then die cut it out. So, but because I don't have glue in here, because it does press this down and take some of the detail away from it, because I did it proper and glued it on the right side, I can die cut this out right now, and I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that first. So I just want to line up my tag and be mindful that I wanted my my leaf at an angle. So I think right there is about good. That way I can stamp or put a label there. I'm going to go with that. Try to cut that at an angle. Okay. And okay. That came off easy. I'm just going to let it sit for a minute so that I can pop it out of there, hopefully. All right, should be ready. Because when it's wet, if it was dry, it would pop out there. Okay, see, it is coming out. Because these glue sticks, they dry pretty quickly. I'm just going to help it along. You don't want to tug on it and pull on it because it kind of distorts the shape of it. There you go. That came out pretty good. Now I'm just going to glue my leaf in there. I'm going to use the fabric tack. All right. I'll have to go quick with this because I really want to get all of the, I know this is really tricky because I've done them. This glue could be dry by the time I get to the end, but I kind of want to make sure I hit the outer edge. Oops. I could have cut this out of the sticker paper, but right now it's hard to find. The one I like the most is the glue dots sticker paper. That works the best. I've shared that in a video, but now it seems to be, can't find it. So it might be coming back, hopefully. I might have to try other sticker papers, but the glue dots, I'm really happy with the glue dots. And I'm going to try to fit that bottom stem in there first. And I don't have my upper light on, so it's hard for me to see. Okay, I think I'm in there. I'm going to grab a clean piece of scrap paper just to burnish that down. So all the extra glue went to the back side of there. And then I'll just take my finger and just kind of rub it over there and get the rest of it off. It kind of rolls up in a ball, collects to itself. Then if you had any leftover shiny areas or whatever, you could use one of the residue erasers. Like I got a little spot right there. Mine are well loved. And these are the adhesive pickup squares. I just keep them in this old gum container. Just have a little piece right there. Yep, got it. You can just kind of go over it, but just make sure that it's adhered pretty good, otherwise it'll move it around. Okay, that's pretty good. And to pick up those little pieces so that they don't end up on your floor, just use a lint roller. Picks them right up. Okay, there's that tag with the leaf. Isn't that beautiful? And you could I could cut out some hole reinforcers out of this paper here and put that up there on the front and the back. I could put a label on here at the bottom. I left enough room, or stamp something at the top. But yeah, there's so many options. So I hope that was helpful and I answered all your questions. But I've had quite a few private messages to share this technique, so it's pretty easy. It's pretty easy. I mean, you can totally do like all the way through so that you could see through, but you would have to line them up and cut them both at the same time. Maybe that's for another video. So yeah, well, I only got 2 tags done today, but they will be going in somebody's happy mail. Let's see. Okay. So that's it for, I think I forgot to say that this is Tag Tuesday. Yeah, I did. Okay, this is Tag Tuesday, and it is hosted by Sherry Brown with Turquoise Dreaming. I will put her information in the description. Please go check her channel out. She has a list of everyone that participates, and you can check out the cool tags that they make as well. So that's it. All right. Hope everybody's having a good week so far. Take care, and I'll see you again. Bye.